Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Sunday, August 29th. For some reason, I keep on wanting to say October. August 29th, and we are going to do our hug for the day. And today we are going to do a set of bear hugs. So this is the one that we did yesterday. I did finish off the ground, and I should go over it with the blender pencil, but I will do that later. So there is our hug from yesterday. Today we've got some mama bear hugs. So we're going to do some mama bear hugs and just trying to decide if they're polar bears or if, yeah, I think they're polar bears. I don't know. I guess they're pretty much anything I want them to be, aren't they? So we're going to actually color them as polar bears, and we're going to use the Brunzeal Design colored pencils. And we're going to take our sharpener. Don't mind the fuzzies. It is still fairly early in the morning here, so I am still in my jammies. So I'm just going to go through in the shadow areas with this gray. I switch you over to the close-up camera so you can probably see it a little bit better. And this is number 81 in the Brunzeal Design series. Maybe by the time I'm done all the hugs, I can actually would have used each of my sets of pencils in it. We'll see. It all depends. Some pencils work okay in this paper, some don't. And I think as long as you use a really light touch, you should be okay with most pencils. I have heard from a friend of mine that Prismas work pretty good in here. So if you will be joining in the hug a day, there is several YouTubers that are going to be doing it as of September 1st. So we'll be coloring a certain set of hugs every day throughout the month of September. Amazon Tammy, Ashley, Colors, and a few others. I know that Angie will be doing it. I'm not sure if Angie will. Of course, Angie won't be doing it on stream as far as I know. That'd be cool if she was. Love to see Angie color. But anyway, I digress. I'm still going through and just adding this gray into those areas of shadow. Making sure that I get all of the shadowy areas of Mama Bear here. Shadows around the babies. Now I want to remind everyone this is not made as a coloring book. This is just a regular reading book. So if you do purchase this book, you will find that the paper is close to a newsprint paper. So make sure that you put a blotter behind your page just to pick up that ink so it doesn't transfer onto the next page. And when you color on a page that is backed by one that you've already colored, still make sure that you put that blotter there because the color from your previous page will transfer onto the next page. So just be careful with that. But it's just too adorable not to color. It's too cute to be in black and white. Now in the really darker areas, areas like this where the crevices and creases are, I'm going to use a little bit of black, and then we're going to go over it with white just to give it that little bit more of a deeper shadow area. Like under here, I think it needs a little bit of black. Same with up here around her eyes. Of course, you can't see that because I had you off screen. Down here in her ears and that sort of thing. Alright, now we're going to do the little cubs. Put those shadows in. Alright, now we're going to move on to black. And I'm just going to do little flicks of the black in some of those areas that just need a little bit more definition. And of course we're going to color her nose properly here. Make sure that I'm on screen. Okay. And in behind these guys a little bit. Just so they stand out a little bit more. Do their little noses. And her nails. Just getting into those really dark areas. There's her other paw. Okay, and then up around her knee here, and this arm. Okay, I think do up in her ears. Okay, I think she is all done with the darker colors. And we're going to actually put a little bit of green. I know she probably shouldn't have green-gray eyes, but I'm going to do them green-gray anyway, just because I can. Alright, now we're going to put these ones away, and we're going to grab the white. Get in the box. Okay, so that's a pink, a lavender white, which might come in handy too. And then we have our white. So let's start with our white. We're just going to go over everything. I know it's hard to see white, but it does make a difference. So I'm just going to go up into this area here. Now these are a little bit harder than the Artezas or the Artlicious, as well as the Sharpura Farben, but they are quite smooth, so they're not tearing up the paper, which is fantastic. Alright. I know you can't really tell the difference, can you? And I'm pressing quite hard. If you're not already done with the tooth of the paper, try not to press so hard. Just going to add a little bit of that in to the underbelly area, because sometimes you can see a little bit of the skin in the underbelly area. And can't forget our sleeping little babies here. take, nope, that one doesn't go there. That one goes in here. We're going to take this very, very, very pastel powder blue color, and we're going to do the ice around them. So they're sitting on the snow. So all their little shadow areas and there we go. Now if you want to intensify that just a little bit, go in with a bit of a darker blue. This one is number 91. The last one I used was number 73. This is purple. I don't want that one. That is not the one I want. Okay, so number 58. Yeah, that's better. And just go into the deepest areas. And don't use a lot of it, just a little bit, just to show that it's something there other than white and light, light blue. So you can just go right underneath her paws here and do these shadow areas, the very deep shadow areas with this darker blue. And then when you go over it with your white, it'll spread it out a little bit and tone it down a little bit. Alright. I think that might do it for that. And then we're just going to spread it out. Because as you all know, close up, snow either has a little bit of a blue tinge or a gray tinge. And since she's already gray, I wanted it to have just a touch of blue tinge. Alright. And there is our hug for the day. We've got a wonderful little polar bear. I'm going to take my white gel pen. Oh, wrong one. And I'm just going to put a little tiny spot in her eyes. Just going to wipe it down a little bit. There we go. And there we have it. And of course we can go around it with a bit of this blue, just to define it a little bit more. There we go. And there we have it. And there is our hug of the day. I'll switch you over to the main camera. And there we have our wonderful hug of the day. I think we need to put a background on it, just to make her stand out just a little bit more. So we're not quite done yet. Let's grab our blue, 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 blue. I'm going to grab some blue pan pastels and see how well the pan pastels do on this. And I've got a dauber here. Yep, there we go. So we're just going to use a little bit of light pan pastel, a light blue, and maybe a little tiny bit of dark blue. We'll see. We'll see how it looks. Alright, so I think we're just going to start here. And then we're just going to take a little bit of this one. Maybe a little bit of this one. There we go. Alright, now we're going to take our small eraser. First we're going to dust this off. And then we'll just take our eraser. And we're just going to erase off the pastel in this area. And a little bit in this area. I think we're going to put a little bit back in that area. Just a little bit. And dust it off. And go back in. Be careful when erasing this paper. Like I said, it's really thin. So it may not erase extremely well. And there we have it. There is our little friend here. The mama and the babies. And that is our polar bear hug of the day. Alright guys, of course thank you all very much for watching the hugs that we have completed, and I'm going to grab my pen. This one here is August 29th. 21, and it is hug number 11. So the hugs that we have done so far is our polar bear hug, our unicorn hug, the wonderful gentleman hug, the lovely nature hug with the little girl, the catfish hug, which says, "Words are easy like the wind, faithful friends are hard to find," by William Shakespeare. And then we have our cousin it hug. That's what it reminds me of every time is cousin it. And our flamingo hug. And then we have our panda hug and our daddy hug and our owl and kitty hug. And it says, "One word frees us of all the weight and pain of life. That word is love," by Slaughter's. Of course, I can't pronounce his name. And of course, our first hug and the cover page is a little bear and a little girl having a nice, lovely hug. All right, guys, this is 100 Hugs by Chris Riddell. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the hug of the day. Always remember to relax, color, and stay safe. Of course, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye for now.